I normally start all interviews with a prayer.
Do you want to do a prayer?
No.
Not really.
I don't believe in God. I feel like it would be. Okay, let's do a prayer.
An atheist prayer.
I want to pray for all podcasters everywhere.
Yep.
We are a dying breed. Welcome to Happy Place.
Thank you, Greg.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be here.
It's your publication day today. So
Ridiculous.
First of all, massive congratulations.
Thank
it feels
you.
a bit like a birthday and a wedding and all the things in one day, doesn't it?
Yeah, we had a little friends and family gathering last night, and it felt too overwhelming, and I started panicking.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is that the usual reaction to joy? Panic?
Well, it was just too. It was actually too much.
Just a lot.
I actually felt a bit embarrassed.
Did you?
Yeah, it was just too much. It was because it felt a bit. Well, I don't know. I felt. It felt indulgent, but it wasn't indulgent.
No.
But naturally, I was like, "Oh, thanks for coming." Yuck.
Awkward.
You all came here. Oh, I feel
Very British of you.
Yeah, but it was really nice, and I just feel elated. Honestly, I feel elated and liberated that I made the thing I wanted to make, and that's you're so lucky if you do a creative job or any job really, but a job where you're making stuff and you get to make the thing you wanted to, like exactly. And I look at that thing, and I think, God, that's exactly what I hoped it would be like.
Yeah, it's just come out of your head. And although this is the first day for everybody else to enjoy it, I think the publication day is a bit of a full stop because you've worked for so long.
Yeah.
From, the initial idea to the laborious sort of, process of writing it and editing it. Today it's done and it's out there. No going back.
No going back.
It's so exciting.
And I don't take any of it back. I wouldn't want to. I really stand by it. It's like a real snapshot of what I believe and feel like who I am at this moment. And that's a really nice position to be in, where I can just actually write that sort of thing. I feel very lucky that I get to do it, but it's so nice. And I hope it's really helpful. That's the main thing. I want people to read it and go, "Oh, that's an interesting way of looking at stuff." Or, "Yeah, I hadn't really thought of that." Or, "That's just funny." Hopefully people find it funny mainly. That's
because the sort of the conception of the idea for you was looking at childhood and how as we turn into adults, we all become, well, most of us become very serious, and life is very serious, and we have to think of things seriously, and we want to also be taken seriously. That becomes very important. People must take me seriously. And actually you're saying, wait, we need to claw back some of the fun and the carefree attitude. And so you kind of want people to look at that too.
That's interesting. I hadn't thought of that in terms of people wanting to be taken seriously. I think I want to be taken less seriously as I get older. I think maybe when you're jostling position in whatever job you try and get in your 20s, maybe early 20s, to make your mark and like, I want to leave a mark on the world. That's the moment you're like, take me seriously as a grown up. But actually that, I look back on that and go, oh, I didn't know what I was doing at all. I had no idea what that even meant. Whereas now I've got a much better perspective on what am I trying to do? What am I trying to say? What do I want people to take from my radio shows or the things I write or the things I put online? What do I want? I want to try and add. I want to try and add something instead of maybe take something out of the world, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that was the change that I probably went through. Like a lot of people go through in their early to mid 30s, maybe they're like, oh, maybe it's not what the world can do for me. It's what I could maybe try and do for the world, and not in a too much of a grandiose way, but I've got this platform of speaking to lots of people on the radio of like, oh, when I started, it was like, I must take this job, take the opportunity. Like, I'm amazing, I'm on Radio 1. Whereas now it's more, I've got this amazing job where I can just try and make people laugh, make their morning better. And obviously I get a lot out of that. But yeah, it's a funny one, that book. It's taken about 2 years to properly coalesce. And I started by writing slightly silly chapters about how much I hate going to weddings abroad, or things that
I just hate going to weddings.
Yeah, we just hate leaving the house.
But weddings are so long.
They are long. And also you never get to see the people that you're going to the wedding of because they're busy. And
sometimes people put you next to someone you don't know. I can't think of anything I'd rather not do than go to a wedding.
Well, this is it. It's the joy of your choice. You're allowed to just go, actually, I love you and I'm not going to your wedding. But I do love you. And that's
I
true.
tend to go and then just think, I don't want to be here.
Just slag them off under their breath.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, your dress looks beautiful. It's fucking boring. But
They're just so long.
Yeah, the book started with that and a series of silly chapters about my thoughts on the world and growing up and marriage and kids and all the rest of it. And then I realised I sat with it because I didn't quite have the proper sort of the narrative arc, and I wanted wanted them to all link somehow. And then I thought about a moment when I was 10, when my love of silly stuff really sort of took hold, which was when I went and saw the Chuckle Brothers. I went and saw the Chuckle Brothers.
They've
in
not
Weymouth.
been mentioned on Happy Place before, which
Why not?
seems absurd because they're happy content.
They created the Happy Place. For me,
For you,
and
sure.
for many people, you must have gone home from school and watched Chucklevision.
Of course, I loved them.
But that would have informed what you went on to do. Like you are very fun and you love silly stuff.
Yes,
that's
I do.
why we became friends.
It's not exactly the same reference point as you, Chuckle
No,
Brothers.
but you're not custard pies.
No,
but you are really fun and like you like having a nice time.
I love having fun.
And you made a career out of doing interesting, fun stuff.
Yeah.
And so the Chuckle Brothers, when I met them when I was 10 with my nan at Weymouth Pavilion. And I queued up for a photograph with them, and they signed the photograph and said, "To Gregory," full name, "all the best for the future." And that was my favourite thing ever. I met my first famous people, and I remember my nan saying, "That's a weird thing to say to a kid. All the best for the future." Because it is like the sort of thing you say to Anne from accounts.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, right, okay, I'm like,
so good.
fuck
All
off,
best.
Anne.
Yeah.
All the best for the future. And I thought that's a great title, actually. And I start the book when I'm age 10 with my whole life in front of me. What happens? What happens to me next? And then I go through all the life stages, and that's what the book became. It was like a reminder of all the checkpoints you do go through, but just making sure that you want to do them all.
Yeah.
Making sure that you want to get married. If you want to, society sort of says you must get married, and then it says you must have children. You must have children. You must do this. You must take it. You must do a job. You must do a serious job. And it's sort of looking at all those things and going, are you absolutely sure that you're doing all the things that you want to do? And at the same time, reminding yourself of all the childhood passions that you had that make you you. Because I do sort of think that you at 10 is sort of the most pure you can be.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you know, you're right. You get society sort of conditions you and knocks a lot of that out of you that, you know, you shouldn't. I think one of them is like prioritizing fun.
Mm-hmm.
We see it as so frivolous and like, oh, I haven't got time for fun. I had like a huge portion of my 30s. I got very serious and I became very uptight. And I think because I felt so out of control in certain parts of my life, everything became like controlling, and I was micromanaging everything, and I was like, I mustn't have fun. Fun is risky. Fun is dangerous. If I have fun, something bad will happen. And in my 20s, I was very good at having fun. Yeah. And I could still emulate fun at work, but I think in my private life, I was like, I don't have time for fun. I'm far too serious. And now, and like going back to what we were saying earlier, I wanted to be taken seriously because I think I came from kids TV, where obviously you're not taken seriously. And then I was on Radio 1, but I never felt like I was fully a DJ because I came from TV, so I had to prove myself. And I was doing Celebrity Juice, which was silliness. And it's like, I need to be... So I think I started Happy Place with a little bit of that energy, like I need to be taken seriously.
That's interesting.
And now I do not give a shit about that at all. I don't care if people take me seriously or not. I want to do exactly what you said a moment ago. Hopefully leave people having, listened to an episode, feeling a bit, less alone, a bit better about their day or their life or whatever. Yeah. And whether they take me seriously or not, I couldn't give a toss. But I felt it was... But I think it was a coping mechanism and a safety thing. And actually now, I'd say in the last sort of few years, I really want to have fun. And maybe that is because, I'm a bit older than you, but you're getting to your 40s and it's like, shit, time is going quickly. I can't believe I'm 44. What the hell? I need to start really, like, it's not in the future, it's today, it's now that I need to find little bits of fun, little pockets of not taking it seriously. But I think as adults, we're not really told that. It's not really encouraged. Or people that are very, I probably would have felt 5-6 years ago gone, oh, well, it's all right for them. They've got time to have fun. I'd be quite judgy about it. We can all find time to have more fun.
That's so interesting that you started Happy Place and you felt like you were more serious than you are now.
Yeah, I felt a need for people to see me as like, oh, she knows things, she has a brain,
Yeah.
she's read books, you know, which I've always done, but I didn't get to showcase that.
Fun
bit.
people read books.
Fun people read books.
I mean, that you only become fun by reading books. Like you
Yeah.
only know about things
You learn
because
about
you
shit.
get to read.
Yeah.
I am completely with you on. I think I had a version of what you're talking about, and it's because you can get transfixed on a certain thing, and I think I wanted to make my mark on Radio 1. I wanted to be like, can I get the drive time show? Can I get the breakfast show? And actually lost sight of why I got into it in the first place. Why did I go to my local hospital radio station when I was 14 and just watch the old guys like putting the CDs away and doing the show and stuff? Why did I do it? Because I loved radio and I just was interested in it. It was a passion of mine. And then, but that happens in life. And that experience has helped me write this, which is you can just get swept along. And you lose focus on stuff, and you lose the reason you're doing things. Like you lose the reason why you might want to have kids. That might be the most brilliant thing for you, but some people just go into it. They just sleepwalk into it and go, "Yeah, I'll just probably do that now."
I think
do
most
you
people
actually?
do.
Do you actually want to do that? And I think that was a turning point for me. Like it sounds like it was for you, where you just go, "Actually, I'm going to return to who I really am, which is who I was as a kid, as a teenager." And when I was 18, I think I was most fearless with just going for radio, wanting to get onto Radio 1, just because I just thought I could. But it wasn't like a blind ambition. It was just like, this is really fun. I'm just going to fuck around and see if it happens. And it did happen. And now I feel much closer to who I was as a teenager and an 18-year-old than I ever have done.
Yeah,
and
how
that feels
cool.
really exciting. And that was the breakthrough. And I thought, well, I'm not special. That can happen to lots of different people. So hopefully that can be a reminder for others. It's like do the stuff that makes you happy, and you don't have to make it all into work either.
No.